What's up, guys? In today's video, we're going to go over top crypto to buy in September 2024, which could be one of the last few months that we have to buy these lows, these prices, these discounts, these altcoins at cheap prices. The Fed, I mentioned this in my last live stream, they're going to start cutting interest rates. And when they do, and when we see the bull cycle come back, you're going to see a lot of these discounts that we even cover here today on video. You're going to see them disappear. You're going to see higher lows. You're going to see, crazy gains, especially, 2025 when it comes around, which, by the way, is only a few months away at this point. So just keep that in mind. And before we begin, a few things. So first off, my Discord, that discount 50% off is expiring tomorrow in 24 hours. If you're interested, I'll put a link in the description and pin comments down below. Also, as I always say, these are just top crypto that I believe in for this month based on discounts and, so on and so forth, different factors. If your crypto is not on this list, it does not mean it's bad. Okay, I get this every single time without fail whenever I make this video. But John, you forgot this. Happens every time. Keep in mind, this is just some crypto that I think are good for this month. So let's kick it off. Number one, ABT Artlock. Let me just make sure I'm sharing this, which I'm not, but now let's share the screen. Artlock, and by the way, I'm not going to go over each crypto in depth. I've been covering this for numerous videos. If you want to, see that, just, type in that crypto and you'll find it. But Artlock is going to be a Web3 powerhouse. It is a scarce crypto. They got a lot of good connections. Robert Mao's really working on this project. It's $1.79 right now with 175 million market cap. This 98.5 million circulating supply is the full supply in circulation. There is no inflation. This is what you're going to see in circulation. I always get that question, but John, you concerned about the inflation? There is no inflation. The rest of the supply is being held within their ecosystem, their DApp platform, because builders and developers are going to have to hold the token to actually utilize their services. And they're not just a powerhouse in Web3, they're also in AI. They also have their core products in DID, decentralized identity. Artlock is going to be a powerhouse. We've been buying some dips recently for it. It went to an all-time high not too long ago of $4, almost $5. And this one, I believe, is going to be massive. In terms of where I see it, the cycle, it's still the same, $50 to $80, which from this price is a 25x at minimum. I think Artlock, with the supply shock that will take place with their partnerships, their connections, their narrative, their DApp platform, and also the catalyst being listed on more exchanges, I think Artlock is going to be a massive play. Already has been, but I think it will continue to be a massive play. Next up, we got Casper, which Casper just got on Kraken's roadmap. I think it's only a matter of time before it gets on Kraken and probably these other tier 1 exchanges. It's a 4 billion market cap, give or take. This is not full dilution, though. Full diluted market cap is 4.7 billion. They're decentralized, proof of work. They announced smart contracts. They recently did a node-to-node migration for their programming language, Rust. They also had a fork, but they're really working on their roadmap. They're trying to become the best layer 1 out there, which right now we're seeing issues for Ethereum. We still do. We see issues with Solana. They're also both inflationary. Casper is a fixed supply. It's decentralized. It's secure. And for a proof of work chain, it's scalable, which means what? Solve the trilemma, which we'll see in due time once it's battle tested. Right now, Casper does not have the exchange listings and it hasn't been battle tested yet, but it definitely will at some point. It definitely will. And when it does, you're going to see Casper rocket ship. You're going to see Casper rocket ship. It's going to be probably around $2 to $5, which is where I said in the live stream today. So yeah, this is a sleeping giant that went to around 21 cents not too long ago. But yeah, this one's going to be massive. Let's pull up. What's next? We got GFI. GFI is backed by BlackRock. It's backed by Coinbase. It's in RWA. It's in DeFi. It's a big hitter. Contrary to what you see On CoinMarketCap, 25% circulating. It's actually closer to 75%, 70%. Scarce supply, 114 mil. This is a big play in the DeFi RWA sector. And I think at this price, $2.27, it's a 66 million market cap. Full dilution is 259 million. It is still considered a small cap. It did upgrade to small cap. It's no longer a micro cap. First bull cycle for it. Good connections, good narrative. I see GFI being a monster in the making. I see this one also getting to $50+ a cycle. I think GFI is going to be a big player in this market. They don't have too much competition for it, in my opinion. And I think, like right here, Larry Fink, tokens are the next generation for markets. I see big things happening for Goldfinch. Moving on, while we're still in this niche, LCX, which, by the way, has had a great discount, 13 cents. It's an exchange. It's also a token. They have, products. They're tokenized diamonds called diamonds. They're tokenizing bonds. They're trying to be the go-to exchange for enterprise use. They're working with many banks. Monty wrote the book on blockchain banking. They are a big player. They're probably one of the biggest players in Europe, overseas. They got all their security measures and patents in place on their website. It's a very good exchange, and it's also a very new exchange. And because Binance went down not too long ago with CZ stepping down, I think LCX can take some market share. Now, taking some market share and overtaking Binance are two different things. LCX does not need to overtake Binance to succeed. It's a 950 million coin cap, working with banks, trying to be a blockchain bank, already tokenizing diamonds. If LCX accomplishes even a microscopic part of their vision, it's going to be a multi-billion-dollar market cap. And where I see it going this cycle, same as always, $3 to $10 this cycle. Very broad, yes, but anything can happen for this crypto. It is a sleeping giant as well at a very good discount. Went to an all-time high of 68 cents, and right now it's 13 cents, which is pretty damn good. Moving on, a very popular crypto on my Discord, PNG or Penguin, which is a multi-chain DEX for Avalanche, HBAR, Flare, Songbird, and Emos. It's got one of the best tokenomics out there in the market. 230 million coin cap with around 95% in circulating. It's a 50 million market cap. FDV is pretty much around 50, which I think it's, 51, 52. This is a micro cap by definition. They recently announced on X, aside from updating their DEX, that they're no longer allowing people to earn PNG as yield from like staking it. Like what you're seeing for Aerodrome, for example, where you earn it and it keeps becoming inflationary. PNG is fixed. They don't have that issue. And being a fixed supply of multi-chain DEX, especially for Avalanche and HBAR, which is pretty bullish. And Flare is also an upcoming layer one that I also think is bullish, not to mention Songbird and Emos. Yeah, Penguin PNG is definitely undervalued. And in terms of where I see it going in a cycle, 1 billion market cap is $5. Which is pretty crazy because right now it's only 22, 23 cents. I think PNG could be anywhere from $10 to $20 a cycle, if not more. Depends how big these chains get. But PNG is definitely a sleeper at a very good discount that will probably not last much longer. Let's move on to another very discounted crypto that I like a lot, and that is Forda, also in the Web3 space like some of these other cryptos. Forda is backed by Coinbase as well. Its all-time low is 8 cents. This is very close. First bull cycle. And they have already have a proven resume, a track record on their website of saving companies from hacks, tracking down bad actors. The reason why I love Forda, aside from this, the one issue they do have I see is that tokenomics aren't the best. They have roughly 43% circulating, so they do have some selling pressure, which is probably why the price has dropped this low. But Forda has legit utility that you just can't ignore, especially when you think of mass adoption. I got asked in my Discord, well, John, what do you like about Forda? Well, when you think of blockchain use being adopted one day, clients using it, your everyday person, your neighbor using crypto, if we're going to get to a point of mass adoption, we have to get to a layer of security where we can trust using companies without getting our information stolen, getting the blockchain hacked, having accurate prices, accurate information. How do you do that? You got to have a company like Forda. So Forda, to me, from an enterprise standpoint, is going to bring a layer of trust and security and literally save these companies from security breaches, from money hacks, money losses, damages, and it's going to build trust amongst retail, amongst enterprise clients. So Web3, which is decentralizing the internet, you can't have a secure internet that doesn't have a company like Forta in the background. I think Forta, whether people want to believe it or not, is going to be used every day by many different companies who need to have this layer of security within their business model. So this is where I think of as an visionary utility-based investor. I think of coins that have good connections like Forta does, backed by Coinbase, has a strong narrative, Web3, and is niched down enough, which I call it the police crypto, similar to Chainlink, but takes it one step further, and there's not much competition for it. At one point, there was a crypto called Parsec, PRQ, which was similar to Forta, but they had like a migration and, the team is moving to React token. Forta, though, it's got the connections and it has the narrative. And I think at this price, this is going to be a dream discount that many of us are going to wish we got into. And I've been buying the dip pretty aggressively for this one. My laptop was dying. Had to get a charger. My God, this laptop barely holds on nowadays. All right, so moving on, we got Potensor Tau. What Potensor Tau is going to be a monster in the AI sector. A lot of people call this the Bitcoin of AI. I am not going that far to say that. I do not think Potensor Tau is the Bitcoin AI version. But a lot of people will agree that the tokenomics for Potensor Tau is pretty damn good. Fair launch. They have a low circulating supply, which maybe it turns you off initially when you hear that. But it's over time, it's getting diluted. So when it comes to the price action, because the supply is so low, just over 7 mil, it's going to naturally appreciate a lot faster because that dilution is not going to be from the team or private investors dumping on you. It's just going to be the natural dilution of the supply. So Potensor Tau, I feel, could reach $2,000 a cycle. I think minimum it's going to be $1,000, which is a monster play from here. I think Potensor Tau, I think it's a blue chip AI, despite being a first cycle for it. This chart is still a very strong chart. It went up here to an all-time high, came down because of a hack, and also the market just dumping. And now it looks like the chart is going to recover. It literally looks like it's going to form a new all-time high soon. We bought this dip many times. And if you're looking for an AI play that's safe, I think Potensor Tau is one of the safest ones. Aside from Render. Render's also good. We don't hold it. But Potensor Tau, I think, is a monster in the making. And the chart is going to show for itself at the end of this. Which I want to make sure I covered. Forta. I didn't cover the price action for Forta. I just want to make sure because I missed it. So Forta, by the way, I see Forta again to anywhere from $2 to $5. I think more like 2 or 3 this cycle. I just wanted to put that out there. Every so often, I freaking forget to do the price action for a crypto. So now let's move on to some meme coins, which, by the way, I want to say again, like I say every video, meme coins should not be more than 10-20% of your portfolio. I have 20%, which Turbo is more than half of that 20%, but that is a lot for me. If I can go back, I wouldn't do that. I honestly think even 10% is fine. I don't think anything more than 10% should be necessary for memes. You have to treat them like lottery plays. They are lottery plays. They're high risk. They're high reward, and they can dump at any point. People do not hold meme coins for long. Just keep that in mind. They usually try to flip them for a 2-3x and roll them into utility plays. That's why every time you see a crash, memes are the first ones to go because people get scared of crypto and specifically memes. So keep that in mind. But Turbo, which has an announcement apparently taking place in about a week, to me is one of the best cryptos out there in terms of memes. It's got a very good chart. It went to almost a penny all-time high. The team is proactive. They're very active on social media, especially X. It's got the best tokenomics I've seen in a meme coin. 94% circulating, 69 billion supply, which is not that large for a meme coin. And although the market cap is a little bit larger on that small cap status, it upgraded from micro to small. It is still a 229 mil market cap, which again, 5-10 billion plus price tag is very doable. I see Turbo hitting anywhere from 10 cents which is around 7 billion to a 35 billion market cap, or 50 cents. A very good, tremendous gain from here. Some people think it could hit $1. Personally, I don't think it's going to happen this cycle, but anything could happen, right? So I don't want to discount that, but anything could happen. It's a toad. It's yellow. I thought it was orange. The team's very proactive. The founders doxed Rep Mankind, which is very rare for a meme coin. Usually meme coins do not have doxed founders because a lot of people want to rug them or be anonymous. So just keep that in mind. That is huge for Turbo. Another one that I like that's also discounted is Myro. Myro right now is falling down to 6 cents. I might actually add a little bit more as long as I stay within my allocation percentages. I want to make sure first. But Myro, first bull cycle, it's one of the Solana co-founders' dogs' names. And it's a very suppressed crypto now. This is pretty much a bottomed out crypto. Again, this will be buying the bottom for Myro. It went to an all-time high of around, around 41 cents. So you're talking roughly a 7x up from here, or 7x down in this case, where the price is now. Myro, it's on Solana's chain. If you want some exposure to Solana meme coins and you don't want to take so much risk, I think Myro is one of the better lottery plays on Solana's chain. It's a 1 billion supply. It can go anywhere from $5 to $10 a cycle, which is a 5 to 10 billion market cap. It could go higher, honestly. It definitely could. It could even go to $20, but I'm a little more conservative, and I think their marketing is a little bit subpar compared to Turbo, but it can still burn through dollars. Every single dollar it burns is a 1 billion market cap, which we see meme coins go into multi two-figure billion market cap ranges pretty easily. So yeah, Myro definitely suppressed, a good coin to DCA into if you have the funds and the risk tolerance to do so. In terms of the Night Riders, I don't want to put all of them in here because it'd just be too many memes, especially if you're brand new looking into September. I hold, Hoppy, Watt, Draggy, Flappy. Flappy, I'm still a little on the fence of because I heard they had a new coin, which I'm going to find out after this video. But the best Night Riders to me is Hoppy and Watt. Draggy is good too. The team is very proactive for Draggy. I see them always posting on X. But in terms of safety, which I know is hard to believe with meme coins, but in terms of risk to reward, better terminology here, Hoppy is closest to Pepe in terms of potential. It's part of the Night Riders. It's the main one in the book for Matt Fury. Has one of the best charts for the Night Riders and is fully diluted. Now the team's not doxed, but it got on Crypto.com's DeFi wallet. They're getting some exchange listings, and I wouldn't be surprised if this thing runs up like Pepe. In terms of where I see it, I'm not going to go for a price because it'd be hard to do on camera, but I say it can be anywhere from around 5 billion market cap to potentially 20 billion this cycle, which is a crazy gain for a meme coin. But Hoppy could definitely do it. 20 billion is a little too bullish, but it could hit around 5-10 billion this cycle. Watt, if we're moving on, Watt is one of the most proactive meme coins I've seen. It reminds me of Turbo with the way the team's very proactive. This one also went down a lot in price. They're currently at 2.5 million market cap. This is a much better entry than when I got in, even on Discord. And like Hoppy, it's fully diluted, pretty much 420.6 billion. In terms of where I see Watt, which by the way is the best friend to Hoppy, they're part of the same Night Riders group. I see Watt getting to around a billion market cap, 1 billion, maybe 3 billion market cap, which from 2.5 mil would be a tremendous life-changing gain. Now, again, like every other meme, it's high risk, high reward. But Watt, if you join their spaces, which I do from time to time, the team is very proactive. The community is strong. They're always reposting my posts. They're always commenting on my posts. I like that a lot. It reminds me a lot of Turbo. And I got to say, as a meme coin, community is everything alongside a genuine team. And it looks like Watt has that. And I got to say, I'm pretty damn bullish on Watt, despite this price dropping down. Now, keep in mind, though, it is still a very risky play. But, it's one that I'm holding. That's one I might DC into in the near future. So we have, 4 memes, about 7 plays. The goal, by the way, is not to go for every crypto on this list. Obviously, if you have you know, few funds, less is more. Do not try to buy every crypto. The point in this video is to give you guys a broad range, different risk levels, because maybe some of you have your utility bags packed, but you want some memes, or you have some memes, but you want some stronger utility plays, you want some blue chips, so on and so forth. So this video is just for you guys to research, evaluate your own portfolio, check out some of these picks, and see if you like any of these, none of these, a few of these, whatever you feel feels best for you. But yeah, these are my best plays for September, especially for discounts, for where I see the future going, the future trends. And I think these are some great discounts for some amazing altcoins. But there's plenty more too, right? Just because maybe your altcoin is not on this list does not mean that there aren't some very good discounts out there as well. We see a lot of different discounts and a lot of good cryptos at a moment's notice. Rocket shipping up. But anyways, now I want to hear from you. Do you hold any of these crypto? And if so, which one of these out of this list are you most bullish on right now? Drop your comments down below and let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Really helps so much. That being said, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.